Thank you. So this next song, to make a very, very long story short, was written when I realized that I was no longer dead poor. Did you just say, oh no? Yes, oh yes. So I was really, Lindsay and I, when we moved down here, I quit school. I quit San Jose State 6 months before I graduated. I did, and that didn't go over well with my parents, but they're like, okay, well, you know, we told you, if you don't graduate, then we will withdraw all financial support. And I'm like, I know, it's okay. I'll get a job, I can get a job. And so I did that, and we moved to LA, and I had never been a waitress. I had been a cleaning lady because my mom kind of made me into a cleaning lady every weekend, so I was good at that. I was not so good at being a waitress, but I still lied and got a job, or two. And so Lindsay and I had no money except the money that I made, and he stayed home and worked on music, which was great. And I didn't mind at all, it was cool, and I had fun, and it gave me a reason to get out of the house. So, off I went every day, and over a 3-year period, I got really used to just simply being poor and having no money. And then it came to 1973, Buckingham Nicks, it was released, it didn't do anything, it was a really, really good album, we never understood why, but the fact is it didn't. So, that was the fact. So anyway, from 1973 until 1975, we started to make another album called a spec album, which is a speculation album, right? So we were doing that, and we get a call from our producer, and he says, there's a band called Fleetwood Mac, and they're going to call you, because they're thinking that they might like ask you to join the band. And I'm going, and Lindsay's going, I don't want to join them. Of course, that's what he said. And I'm like, oh, we're joining that band. We are not going to continue to be a cleaning lady any longer if there's a way out. And we can always save our money for 6 months and quit. So, anyway, so that's what we did. We met them, we had dinner, it was fabulous. They said if Christine likes her, she's in. If Christine doesn't like her, Lindsay's not going to join the band. So, therefore, that's how that would go. So anyway, when we joined the band, it was like, we went into rehearsal like a week later. And it was just rehearsal to make an album. So we went in and we were like, it was very exciting and very fun. And so every week, $200 in cash to me, $200 in cash to Lindsay, of which of course I took all 400 into my purse. The money person was me. So 4 weeks later, $400 for Lindsay and $400 for me in the purse. 4 weeks later, $800 for Lindsay and for me. So we were like, wow! So anyway, my mom calls me and says, so how are you doing out there? And I said, well, we're rich. What can I say? Aren't you glad I didn't finish San Jose State, Mom? And she's like, so tell me, what do you do? How much money are you making? I said, well, we're making, at this point, we're making $800 a piece a week. And she said, and what do you do with that? And I said, well, we kind of spend it. And I got a new apartment, and I fixed my car. And she says, what you do, so that's it, what do you do? And I said, well, we just sign our name in a book. Like, not our name, it's just our initial, S-N-N-L-E. And she says, well, how do you feel about jail? And I'm like, what do you mean? She said, Stevie, you just can't do that. You need to hire some people to take care of your money, so that when you're my age now, you have some money. And I'm like, okay, and I believe her, she was a financial wizard, so I went right out and called somebody that knew somebody that took care of money and hired them, and then we still have them today, and that is the only reason why Lindsay and I are the only people that have money. Very true, this is a lesson for everybody. So anyway, that was good because then I knew I was safe, that I had a little bit of money because somebody was helping us. So in those days, I was like, you know, there's part of me that kind of misses the old days where I was a cleaning lady and waitress. There was something really fun about that. And so I would literally take my mattress off my beautiful new bed and put it on the floor and put the bed in the garage and then put an old quilt on it that I'd saved from the past. And I would go over to my mattress on the floor and I would just go like, I am still Stevie. And this moment in my life, which happened many, many, many times, was very much precious to me because in fact, just those words, I am still the same girl that you guys knew before I ever joined Stevie. And basically I am. And so, but I have been known over the last 2 years to do that one time. So it works. So if you ever start feeling like you're getting a little out of control, put your bed on the floor. It helps. And then you can feel like a nomadic gypsy, nomadicking across the world, like myself. And you can sit down on that bed on the floor or just on the floor and say, I am still Catherine, or I am still Jonathan. And it will bring you back to the real world. So I think that you know that we're just talking about we're all nomadic gypsies, or at least in our mind we are. So I think there's a gypsy somewhere around the corner. She's on her way. The ground.